Hey, George, you remember last week when I asked where the fuck is Tresphord? Well, here we go. We got Tresphord as a guest right now. Hell yeah. All right, guys, welcome back to One Up Podcast. As always, my name is Miloš Bukarica. I'm your host. My co-host, George Martinez, and our guest, the one, the only, the guy we talk about every single podcast, Mr. Tresphord Chintankwa. What's up?
I'm here, guys.
Damn, such low energy. I love it.
I gotta do it for the ladies.
Say it closer to the mic so it sounds bassy.
Oh, hey, ladies.
There you go.
I'm here today. You know
wow, these headphones suck. I had to go out and buy these pink, purplish headphones.
Yeah.
Incentive for y'all to watch the video, to watch my shitty headphones. I forgot mine, so it's punishment I have to wear these.
They make your eyes pop, though.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, the good thing is now we have an extra pair of headphones. We've been needing headphones for everybody.
Well, okay, so I guess I'm not returning these to Walmart for money back. Oh well. Anyways, hey, Tresphord, welcome to the podcast again. Thank you so much for our beautiful set decorations.
Oh, you're welcome.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get a little closer to the mic so I sound a little bit better.
Me?
Me.
Miloš.
Oh, okay.
There it is. We're still using the weights as our chair holders, if you will, because we are such low-tech people. Anyways, yeah, so, Tresphord, you do film stuff.
Booyah, I do.
So, I think George said he met you back at TCC when you were doing animation.
Do you want to tell people what kind of film-related things you do?
Oh, shit, okay, yeah.
Wait.
What kind of film-related
So we're
things
not we're not doing a backstory?
No, just go into tell us what you do in film-related.
And then we'll go to the
film-related.
backstory after, I guess.
I mean,
Introduce yourself, I guess.
I do little shorts here and there with you guys. Nothing really major there. I help out, and then sometimes on the side, I do my own animations apart from the film. So I do that as well.
What got you into animation?
Man, I remember this. I got here when I was a kid. I think I was 7. I think like at 8 or 9, I saw this movie by Hayao Miyazaki. It was Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, yes.
Man,
yes, bro.
Boy, ever since I saw that movie, I was like, yo, what is this? Because I never seen that kind of animation before. Mm-hmm. I've always seen like Dragon Ball Z, American animation, right? Well, not. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
I saw the action-packed, like drama-filled fighting, boom, 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 boom.
That and then the Cartoon Network stuff. Exactly. That. Yeah.
I never seen something told within a story format like that before, as far as like something animated. And I was like, wow, you can tell actual stories. So that was like, boom, booyah.
I got really into those Ghibli movies as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think I went to the point where I collected like all of them.
Really?
Yeah, I have like most of them on Blu-ray.
Dude, that's dope.
I also have it kind of double because I like I got my parents into it. Like they started watching some of these Studio Ghibli movies.
Yeah.
And they actually ended up really liking it. So
yeah,
I started looking for them in Spanish. But the only way to get them in Spanish is to import them. So I would get like Mexican versions of it. And now I have like doubles of like all the Ghibli movies.
That's dope. I want. Hey, let me borrow some of those. And that's the thing too.
Spanish.
You know, for real. And that's because I'm trying to learn Spanish. Whoa.
I'm trying to open it real quick.
I'm learning Spanish, but I'm getting there. But there's an animation I'm making that's mostly in Spanish, and that's why. But the thing also I like about the Ghibli movies, Studio Ghibli, is that there's no age gap. Like anybody can watch that. Like there's no like, oh, you're too young, you're too old. There's lessons, and it's so enveloped within the story that there's no boundary to be like, hey, you're 18 or whatever underage. Anybody can watch it.
That's kind of funny, you know. There's obviously stuff like that, and then there's the whole Cartoon Network animation thing where it's for everybody, but for everybody they make the adult jokes that are, you know, that'll fly over or they hope they'll fly over the kids' faces, heads,
and
whatever.
They do, and some of those I'm watching back. I'm watching some YouTube channels. They'll be like, secret messages you missed as a kid. I'm like, what? Dude, that trips me out. Yeah.
Oh no. So yeah, when did you make your first animated short film, or when did you make anything like an animated short first?
That was literally after I graduated, maybe like a year after. So, because there was more time, you know. I didn't go into college automatically after high school, so that gave me a little bit more time to actually focus on my like craft, drawing wise.
I think that's about around when I met you, like at TCC.
Yeah.
So both college.
Oh yeah.
and you were just in the computer lab. You were like messing around with some flash animation.
Exactly. Yeah. That's when I was just focusing on the design side. I was not into the film program yet, and I was just solely focused into the design because I was looking for courses that did animation, and I couldn't find it. Anything that was closest to that side of the field was a design part at TCC.
Yeah, for some reason, like in design, that's where they have animation.
Yeah.
And it was all teaching you the basics of like flash animation.
Yeah, and I was like, it was so. It was. I don't even know how to say it.
All right, hold up. Fridge is loud.
The fridge is loud.
All right.
Did we?
Did you get it, or you want me to get it?
I got it. I'm over here already.
Did you learn anything in that class? That was like basic. That wasn't even basic. That was.
It was really basic, but I had never used Flash.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was, and I was like.
Yeah, I never used Flash, so that was me actually like learning a little bit from it. But after that class, I hardly ever used it.
Bro, I feel like I was going backwards in that class. I was like, what? Hey, but there was this cute girl. You saw her with she had like a shaved head or something. Remember her? Yeah, on the side.
Oh, not like me? Damn.
What? How you doing?
Milos has to make it about himself.
Of course. Hey, I'm the host of the podcast. Y'all had some good banter while I was gone, so it felt to me, which it is, because I'm the editor. I'm going to keep that bit in. That was nice. Sorry about the fridge, guys. We thought it wouldn't be loud enough, or too loud, but I feel like it was just too loud. Yeah, so you were talking about, going to school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The only thing I know, well, off the top of my head, we have a mutual friend, Israel, he's more like 3D graphic design, stuff like that, but
Okay.
he went to Art Institute, and he's he's glad he has a degree, but he's just saying it was not worth it.
Yes, I also tried to go there once. Did you hear something?
I did.
Probably people outside. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know what I heard about the Art Institute? Like a lot of their schools got shut down because they weren't really
Credited.
Yeah, they're not like accredited, but then they also don't really teach you like enough.
Yes, that's why I didn't commit all the way. Because when I was, when they show you, when they introduce you, when they walk you around, oh my gosh, they make you want to be there. Like they make you want to be there. They tell you so much.
Sell you, yeah.
Oh my gosh, but then once you go into actual rooms to like specifically talk the details, it's not worth it. Numbers wise, access to the teachers, like that, it's not even a class. It's more. See, like,
I went there too, like to try and ask, and it was like $80,000 for like just the film or graphic design. It was like $80,000 to $90,000.
I also asked about it. Like I think it was like just about out of high school, a little bit later. No. I mean, I even feel like regular college was a bit of a waste now, but I only mostly think that because of COVID, personally. And just the way the area that we live in, I feel like it's kind of also been an issue. Specifically because at what I learned at TCC from their TV stuff, basically I had to relearn or redo most of it over at UTA, just because like their classes kind of don't mix and match. So there's some of them I was able to transfer, some of them I wasn't. It's like studio stuff and all that. So I feel like if you just want to learn how to do stuff, your community colleges will have a lot. Depending on what community college you go to. We got real lucky. If you're in the DFW area and you want to go to TV or something, I would say 100% just go to TCC if you want to learn anything about it.
Also, what was the best thing about TCC was just you go in, you could use the equipment like right away.
That's true.
Yeah,
I love that.
So you actually get practice.
Yeah, like it took forever for us to get anything out of UTA, no matter what. It was fucking stupid.
Like the thing I wish I would have done would be like maybe a practicum, so you can actually walk out there with like a project. Because if you're taking all the classes, and then you're doing the class take a lot of time, so it doesn't leave you with much to do like projects on the side.
Yeah.
Or sometimes like even the assignments are kind of rushed because you're still taking other classes and having to work on your assignments.
Yeah.
So you end up not really making something like that you really want to show, like something to put in the reel. But it's a good idea to actually make your reel, and if you could take the time to do it, it's even better.
Yeah, I did 2 short films, kind of sort of 3, but 2 for my practicum, which was kind of nice. I produced well, actually I produced 2 of them. I did sound for one of them.
Was
the one that
this
did
a
sound didn't
practicum
count.
at UTA or
No, TCC.
TCC?
Uh,
So you
so-
did internship and
Yeah,
practicum.
because hey, I mean, because
Okay.
I had to stay another semester to finish up some classes, and I was
Okay.
like, you know what, like why not just take on another class, take practicum just to do stuff, you know.
All right.
So that was so at the beginning of the year we made spoilers, which I let them count towards my practicum, even though it was like we filmed it in January. So I did sound on that one, and then I produced Pappy, and I co-produced and did sound for the fucking the Nightcrawlers.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Yeah,
one. but
it's,
Puppy
it's-
was good.
Yeah, it's
Happy.
Nightcrawlers is really good because the people that worked on it, it was a ripoff of the movie Nightcrawler with what's his name, Jake Gyllenhaal, right? Or
Yeah,
Jake
Jake.
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a ripoff of that movie with Jesse leading, which you know it's
Jesse's
perfect.
good. Jesse's
Yeah, and so it was basically just an advertisement for the program at the end of the day.
okay.
But it was great for that one. Like I said, I was involved in some of the casting, some of the producing, but because of some other classes, I didn't take as much a role in that one. Pappy was the one that I really worked on during practicum.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, and the other 2, I've like I said, I worked on sound for the other one. This one, the other one, I did sound and some producing. So, but yeah, you're right. Like it definitely forces you to do more, and I absolutely did.
Yeah, I had I only knew a couple of people who actually took the practicum because a lot of people got excited when to do internships. But
God, my
usually,
internship's
like the
awful.
internships end up, they really don't turn into anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, you're kind of lucky because it's only like one of like every 10 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you intern again?
I interned at a place called Big Bad Wolf that was like recommended by Neely.
That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
good. That sounds good.
Did you learn much over there?
I was there like mostly in the mornings because
Mhm.
it's the only time I had open, and then
Of
I had
course.
classes like in the evening. So I was there all morning, and he was like, "We don't work on a lot of things in the morning. Usually it's just like business calls and stuff." So I was just I sat in business
Yeah.
calls. There were a couple times where they're like, "Hey, edit this video," and it's basically like busy work to keep just have me practice on something. So they gave me
better
their
when I did.
footage of like old advertisements
Oh man.
they did for big companies,
Come
and they
on.
had me cut it together.
I cleaned their studio at the place I interned at. We talked about this on a podcast a couple of episodes ago with Katriva Phillips.
Oh,
She had
really?
actually worked at the place when I interned there. That's how I met her.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Closer, just for you. Yeah. So, or for me in the future because I'm an editor. Oh, thank you. The strong man, George. But yeah, so I talked about a lot of my experience over there at
Yeah.
the actual studio. Like like what we did basically, we watched the editors, and then we would maybe help set up and break down a set once in a long while. And the only good things I had was there was this other company that was working with them that filmed this car show, which again I don't remember the name of. Katriva remembered it. I'll probably, if I remember it, I'll plug it here or something in the edit. We'll see. Yeah, but yeah, with them, I actually learned to do a lot of production stuff. Like,
Okay.
I got to see how people film, actual production crew film stuff, which was really cool. It was a super skeleton crew, a producer, and a camera guy, and the main person, and that was it. The main actor, that was it. It's like super skeleton, super quick thing. But so I learned a lot from them, from the actual place internet. Honestly, not really.
Nothing.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand why they want you to have it, but I at the end of the day, like, if it's, you have to look for it. You have to look for a really good one. I kind of just took it because I was like, I need to graduate, so I'll just take whatever I can get. Yeah. But yeah, speaking of that, did you end up graduating TCC or anything?
I didn't finish my film program.
Okay, that's fine.
Right after that, wait, what happened actually? Man, so I didn't finish. I think I started a print shop.
Oh yes, I remember
Yes.
that.
I started a print shop and I was making money, and I was like, wait, I'm wasting, because I was still going to TCC with the program, and I was like, I was spending too much time there, and we were actually making less shirts when I was actually at the school instead of at actually, well, me and my friend, Me and my friend, we opened up a
You
printing
just
shop.
needed more time for actual work than.
I mean,
school.
I needed more. I needed dinero.
Yeah.
Really, like,
Yeah.
money's here, money's coming. Wasting money to go to school. I mean, it's not really wasting money. I'm learning the craft that I want to learn, but also money's
But
right here on the
out of
table.
necessity, you need to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that. But on the other side of the things, like TCC comparatively to like anything else is absolutely cheap.
Oh yes.
So if
oh,
you
yes.
do have to go somewhere, like I said earlier, for TCC specifically, their Northeast Film Program, amazing. Could not recommend it more.
Also,
And,
the
yeah.
industry is just one of those weird ones where, like, as long as you have some kind of talent,
Yeah.
as long as you know the technical stuff, that's all you need.
You have an end. You always have an end.
Or you end up like not doing shit and then starting a shitty podcast. Hi,
Don't
guys,
do
that's
this.
me.
Don't do this. Wow.
But yeah, so I heard you've been working on a new animated short film, right?
Ay, Dios mío, baby, you know this.
You did say it. Yeah, you did say it
Girl.
about.
Yes.
What's the? Can you at least give us a little bit of the premise? I know you said a lot of it has to do it has to be in Spanish and stuff.
I mean, the majority of the story is in Spanish.
Mhm.
I mean, you can, I don't know, you can't, I guess the fool. What I can say is it's a family story. It talks about a family and their struggles. Typical circumstances of what they have to go through in life. So the majority of the story takes place here. I think it's in New York. I haven't decided on a setting yet, but it's a
Gotcha.
city.
Gotcha.
It's a city.
Understandable, like a metroplex.
Yeah,
Area.
it's a metroplex area. Yes. Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. So it focuses around a dad, a mom, and their little boy, a son. So
Gotcha.
if I say a little more, it's going to give away.
Understandable. It's supposed to be a short.
Yeah,
if
it's too short.
I'm correct,
It's
it's for the road reel, and it's gonna be has to be like under 3 minutes.
Yes.
But you started this after you saw the accepted animations last year, right?
No.
Or did
Actually,
you just,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you told me about it. Did you, Emmanuel?
Well, last time we worked on the road reel, we kind of talked about it, and then I think you saw that the accept animations.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna work on something.
Yes.
And you
so-
started planning it since like a year ago.
Exactly.
You've been working on
yeah.
it since.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. Exactly when you told me, that's when I just started formatting ideas. And this is the thing too. I gotta thank you. Can I thank Apple?
Apple.
Can I thank?
Sure, why not?
Shout out to Tim
Not,
Cook. Steve
hashtag not
Jobs.
sponsored, but sponsors, please. Yes.
Oh my gosh, no. Because
wait. Let me hide the Whataburger logo before you talk about them.
Because
we get sponsored.
once George told me about that they were doing the animations, I started writing my notes constantly. That one note, I had notes like previous notes, but that one note was constantly touched on every single day, multiple times. And the thing with that note, if I didn't touch it I guess Apple reads your patterns or something. So if I didn't touch that note for a particular amount of time, it's like, hey, reminder, touch me.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I know, okay. check on me, like, hey, you were writing, right? So every single time I forgot or I was busy, ding, reminder, I'm here.
That's
Look on
actually
me.
pretty cool. Yeah.
That
it
was
keeps
cool.
you-
So it kept me like,
keeps you
oh
working.
man, kept me going. So I mean, thanks for that little application that Apple had. I mean, that was
That's
really
cool.
helpful in helping me to stay committed to that.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
What other applications do you use for your animation?
For my animations, I use not the whole Adobe suite, but I use After Effects. I use Premiere Pro. I use it's Animate. They changed the name.
Animate.
Yeah, it's
it's not
Animate.
Flash anymore.
No, it's not Flash anymore.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Flash.
I know. Now it's Animate. But I use those three majorly. But I do use Procreate as well. It's an app on the App Store. And that's it.
Nice.
Oh,
You use Procreate on iPad or like iPhone?
on the iPad.
On the iPad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got an iPad. Like,
Booyah. Showcase.
So how is that compared to since you've been working on the mobile platform compared to working on a desktop? What are the challenges or differences in working on like an animation on something like this as opposed to a big computer?
Mobile accessibility. I mean,
So that's the
full
good side
brunt
of
of the work is done on the desktop, 100%. But when I got the tablet with me 24/7 wherever I go, quick sketches here, doodles here, as well as actual major formatting within the Procreate app. I mean, that saves so much time when I transfer that
What do you mean by
desktop.
formatting? Because I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, animating is in layers. So to make
Uh-huh.
anything move, it's just like filming, except
Yeah.
the actual camera is making multiple pictures. So basically, in animation, you draw the actual pictures. So each frame is on a different layer. And if you want to make something move, small increments of changing those images in a way that implies whatever you want want the story to be told as.
And on Procreate, does it export it like all as a sequence, like a video, or does it come out as like file formats?
And that's the thing I haven't played with. So I individually just export each individual picture.
Oh, okay.
I have not tried the actual video. They do have them. They have GIFs and all that, but I want the actual quality to
you need the
stay.
actual picture to like mess with later on. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why I was wondering if it like exported it as a file format where you could just pick up and where you left off. But
No.
I don't know if it like compresses everything together.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, in my case, it composes everything together, and once I move it into the actual desktop animate, I technically have to redraw it again. But since I already have it formatted the way I want it to, it's so much faster.
So it's
much
basically
easier.
like on Procreate, you're doing your storyboards and
Exactly.
your basic animation, then like just clean up on the desktop.
Booyah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He knows.
How long until, or well, I mean, I don't know if you can actually do it now, but do you think you will get to a point yourself where you can make a whole animated short film just on this? Just
Maybe
On
on
the
the-
actual tablet?
Maybe on the iPad Pro.
Oh, no, not me. Personally, I don't think so.
Okay.
Personally.
I mean, I'm
don't
sure
think
there's
so.
ways to do it, but for you, you rather stick to desktop?
Yes.
Gotcha.
There's more. No, I'm sure there's ways to do it, but by far, it's going to take more time. Quality is going to be there if you take time, and man, it's hard.
I know there's like hard limitations on like
Yeah.
the iPads, but the new like iPad Pros with the M1, one of the things they started this or like showcasing was they hired an animator to do an animation like Charlie Brown, like the Peanuts characters. So they can animate that, and they did like a whole tutorial as like one of the Apple showcase thing. And so I'm like, they're getting better. You can
Yeah.
actually do like simple animations, but
Okay.
honestly, for like a whole production, you probably just stick to desktop.
So you have like a digital pen to use for your computers for
Oh
your
yes.
desktop, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I
Okay.
do.
Gotcha. I know that's one thing, that you can, that's easier on these just because like if you don't have any of that. So yeah. But that's cool.
Apple Pencil right here too.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. So what are the different challenges you face since you've done both animation and
Yeah.
regular film? What are the different challenges you face in each thing, and what's one medium better than the other at that you would say? Or like just from the working on it part, not the final. Because obviously you can tell way more in animation with like face and everything, and you can convey more emotion, I feel like, in animation than you can in real life with exaggerating things. But from just a technical standpoint of making the movie, what are the differences you see, or where the difficulties lie in each one for you?
The difficulties with real life, I guess, real life. It's the group. You're dependent on the group. You're very dependent on if they show up. You're very dependent on how they perform. You're very dependent on circumstances, weather, and everything. In animation, it's set. Literally, you come into a room, the computer's there, and are you willing to do the work or are you not? Are you willing to focus, and are you willing to produce to the level that you want to produce the art? And I think they both have their own separate difficulties as far as filming with the crew, as I just said, circumstances. But as far as that, then you go into, well, you have pre-production, production, and post. You have all of these, but they also transfer on the digital side. But all of these stages, they have multiple people in them, and accountability and everything goes into play. But on my part, if I'm doing the animations by myself, it's all on me. Pre-production, production, and post-production, everything falls on me. I'm accountable for every single stage. And if I'm working within a team, it's a tight-knit team where everybody knows the actual edits they need to make on that particular stage. So it's just accountability to me in my side. Those are the far differences that I see.
So what are the challenges of the animation doing animation?
Man, drawing. Sometimes you're like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like drawing the same person over and over again, just slightly moving. I'm like, it's like,
Are you ever gonna switch
Very
to
meticulous.
yeah.
Are you ever gonna switch to like animations where it's like you just draw them and then you put in joints so you can just move
I
them
hate
around?
those. I hate those so much.
Well, I mean, it doesn't.
I
Feel
like
as
watching
natural,
them. I like
guess.
watching them. I like watching them. But myself, I don't like that.
What? I mean, wouldn't it be easier? I mean,
It's so much faster. So much faster.
So why not? What's your reasoning? I'm just curious.
Wait, did you ask about doing stop motion?
Yeah, well, I mean, like stop motion, but like because you can editing in certain editing programs, you can just add joints to a picture.
Oh,
and
you're
move it
talking
around.
about animating bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of like redrawing the person every single time,
Sometimes that looks really stiff too.
I mean, it can, yeah. I mean, I just feel like it would make the workflow faster. I know
No,
there's benefits
I
in doing like
That's,
one or the other.
I do a mixture.
Okay.
There are multiple points where only a certain feature needs to be moving.
Mm-hmm.
Because have you seen all these anime shows, right? Sometimes when somebody's talking or when somebody's doing something,
It's like a still frame and just the mouth is moving.
exactly,
Yeah.
or just the arm or the hair is blowing and their eyes are blinking, but the whole stature is just frozen still.
Mm-hmm.
So I use certain aspects as far as the head. Sometimes I do. I put what you said, sticky bone. What did you,
Like bones.
Whatever,
just bones.
the
just
joints
bones?
and bones and stuff.
Oh, joints, bones.
Yeah, so you can like
well,
create a skeleton and move it around. Yeah.
the way that I do it, I make the head a symbol inside Animate. I make the symbol so it's stature, it's static, and then you can go into that symbol and make eyes and mouth move in the way that you want it to do.
Gotcha.
But
So you
when
don't have to
move-
redraw them every single time.
Exactly. You can
Okay.
reuse them like happy smile. Like I do that on certain aspects of the body. But as far as like actually telling a story, proper movement is needed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think the Adobe program, the character animator, I think now has like, as long as you put all your files for your different vowel symbols and then like the eyes
It does it for you?
goes into one file. Yeah, and then they could animate it for you just according to these vowels.
What?
So it kind of
Wow.
translates it for you. I think Rick and Morty started using it. Rick and Morty
What?
uses it. Yeah.
This is the first time.
I think they did like a live animate where one person could just talk to the camera and their character starts copying like what they're saying.
That's cool.
So is it just based on the sound, or does it do facial recognition or anything?
Yeah, it does facial recognition, I think.
Okay.
Because it was doing like live animation. So as long as you have those animations there for like move to track eyebrows, eyes, and mouth, it'll like switch it out.
Yeah. Speaking of some similar to that, I watch Cordo Digital. I have their subscription to their website things. They're trying to do this thing called Local Zero. They changed the name of it to something. Level Zero, I think they changed it. But basically, so they're doing like a full-on mocap thing. So they're doing mocap suits and they're doing facial capture and everything, trying to do all that. So we're just kind of going off of facial
But
capture.
what is
That was
it?
really interesting.
What's level 0?
It's I think they changed up the story, they changed up the script and everything. It's gonna be this upcoming project they're doing where basically this one guy, like, he gets in a gaming world, he gets set back all the way down to level 0 from like level 90 or
It's
something.
a completely like animated show.
It's
that's mocap?
it's all made in Unreal 5.
Oh,
I think.
okay.
Yeah, and so it's all made in mocap, all everything. It's kind of crazy what they're doing with all that. But back to like more and more of like 2D animation and stuff like that. Have you watched any of the stuff from our friends at Illumination Cinema?
Illumination Cinema.
The guys.
It's not the Minions.
Not the-
Not the Minions.
I know. I
love
showed
those
you.
guys.
I know. I showed you. I'm pretty sure I showed you Brimstone Terrace, that short series, about that guy who basically goes to hell after he kills himself. The animated series for that. I don't remember if I showed you that.
No, you have not.
Really. And then there's also a feature they did, Left Hook, which I guess.
No, you have not.
Okay, so there are some of my friends who do animation, and they do some short films. Some live action films as well.
His name is Chris Strong, or he's one of the guys in that group. But Chris Strong said they made like the first feature film, animated film to come out of Kansas. But these guys just work up there and they they'll hire some freelancers and stuff.
And you haven't showed me this?
I can't believe I haven't. I will show it to you like after the podcast today, because I was gonna say like if we do end up having Chris on, I would love to have you back as well on guest. So somebody who actually knows a little bit about animation, so you can kind of
That'll be nice.
Work off of each other a little bit. Yeah, their style is interesting.
Wait, what kind of style? Is it 2D?
Yeah, it's 2D. It's 2D.
All right.
It's just the way it looks is a little interesting. Well, you will have to see afterwards. But if anybody does want to watch like a good story, I really recommend watching Brimstone Terrace. It's amazing.
What's the name of the feature movie?
Left Hook.
Left Hook.
Yeah,
Left
which was
Hook.
also pretty good.
Left Hook also has the look of it looks like the manga how it draw books.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
that's cool.
They're kind of like influenced, like manga influenced.
That's cool. Has its own style. That's cool. I like that.
It was a really good story. I enjoyed the movie. Like we watched it like one day and we had like a movie night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Left Hook really. They do know they are pretty decent at writing. I will say that they really are. I just remember, but yeah. Speaking of the whole accountability thing, their first actual feature film was a live action feature film called Living After Midnight. It was this kind of weird like comedy, kind of like buddy movie.
Okay.
Thing like friends get together and like shit happens. One of them almost dies. Whatever. Blah blah blah. Dumb thing. They end up setting a toy car on fire, using it as like a real car. One of those stupid movies trying to do dumb shit like that. But they had a camera person on there who was basically like she had this big ass camera. A real big camera.
Wasn't it that she was like a graduate Full Sail or something?
Yeah. She graduated Full Sail, had this badass camera, shot everything at fucking, was it like 30,
she either shot it like automatic or just shot it at the highest ISO, so it was like the
high ISO, low shutter speed, like literally it looked like shit.
Why?
And so...
Does she know anything about the camera?
I guess not.
It doesn't seem like it, but they thought she did because she graduated from Full Sail. She was
I guess Full Sail doesn't...
Nope.
She never learned how to really use her camera, I guess.
And they reshot the whole, or not the whole, they reshot a lot of the scenes with just a T3 or T3i, and it looked magnificent.
So much better.
Compared to you could tell which ones were like reshot.
Yeah. And and they could really, like, the problem was, like, the ISO you can kind of live with. The problem was the shutter speed of, like, 30 or below, where you could literally see motion blurs and everything. That was bad.
Oh my gosh.
So like I said, accountability, like they thought, that, and then she ended up losing cards or something. I don't remember. We'll have to talk to Chris about this whoever comes on the podcast. But yeah. So you're absolutely right, man. If you do it like doing it by yourself, there's a lot of challenges in that.
Yes, there is.
Obviously, you're putting a lot on your plate to really like. If you're not getting anybody else's eyes on it, sometimes that's also an issue.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you said, you don't have to worry about other people fucking up.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Tress. So what is next for you, man?
What's next?
After you finish this project for Road Reel, what's next?
Oh my gosh, I really want to finish this one. Like I'm working really hard to get this one done as fast as I can. Well, not as fast as I can, but in a timely manner where I want to present it to the world. Like, hey, this is actually a piece of work, But after this. I think I already told you guys. I already started a series, even before like I started animating this actual project. I already started like a little cartoon series. I want to get back onto that and finish that thing out.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you watch any of those the like YouTube animators?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Which are like some of your favorite ones?
The funny one that I watch. I know I watch Andre Jig.
Andre Jig.
Jig, yeah, Andre Jig.
And what's like his thing? Like
it's like little stories. It's like this, people talking on a podcast, and then he basically takes a snippet of that podcast and then animates it. But it's like crazy stories. One of the stories is like somebody got drunk and then this is all theoretical. They just messed it around on the podcast.
Yeah.
So somebody got drunk, ran into the woods, fell, broke their leg. Got eaten by a tiger. I don't know. It's just these insane stories, and he animates them.
Bro, and, speaking of which, I'm trying to remember what the channel is. I don't want to say it wrong. It might be Zurel, but I don't think so. Zurel is one of the old classic channels. He used to make stupid, hilarious animations, really good quality. I'm thinking it's him, but it might be something else. If it's not him, I'm sorry. But he's an editor for this podcast, and so sometimes he'll come out with like just animated parts of the podcast for this one. I'm sorry, for a streamer. I apologize, for the streamer.
Okay.
And so there was a stream where there's a bee that comes to this dude's house. And so, like, he's literally fucking trying to kill it. And this dude animated it so fucking beautifully, perfectly. Like, obviously, like, it's in a caricature style.
Yes.
So, like, he has a caricature of this guy who's basically he's editing for. And it's so fucking funny. Because he's over here, like, trying to kill the fucking bee. And, like, it's amazing. If I find a video... I think that's a channel name. If not, I know Zerrell used to do a lot of good stuff, and I know he's still doing stuff. If that's not the guy, you should still check out Zerrell. He's awesome. But I will send you that video later.
Okay.
The one I'm talking about. It's hilarious.
That's funny.
Mm. Are you doing anything with I remember me and you filmed something for with Tim on a bench something. Is that something that's gonna happen, or is that a dead project? I'm just curious.
It's not dead.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to continue happening.
Okay.
Just because of Tim is also working on other things now, and now he has a tight schedule, and I as well. I'm also working on something else, so we're just not going to meet.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah,
and that's kind of we had an issue recently with one of our things for our road reel. One of our actors, due to scheduling, kind of had to back out, unfortunately. I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's not. I wouldn't really say accountability for this part.
I know.
But yeah.
But the circumstances, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, you can't expect everybody to have free time all the damn time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you yourself, if you were working on an animation, you had a computer, you had everything, you set the time. It's all on you.
I still wouldn't do it.
Okay.
So there's this edit that keeps being talked about in the podcast that I'm still working on. So no, if it was me, probably not.
Oh yeah, we're about to hit the year mark.
Almost.
In like a couple months.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awful. It's like I said, for me right now at the moment, I'm working a lot. With my job, it's usually get up super early in the morning, go work, 30-minute drive on the way to, plus work overtime just about every day. Come home, I don't want to do anything work related. I just want to relax when I come home.
Understandable.
And editing, editing is kind of work.
It's always like an issue with time. Just everyone's schedule doesn't match up. Mm-hmm. And like it feels recently we've been like everybody's getting more responsibilities, so now it's like less free time here and there.
Yeah.
And so whenever you got something you could take that actually pays, people are gonna just go for that. Because I'm like, I don't blame them. We got so many things to keep up with. It's like now like projects where you're trying to get people to come in and do volunteer their time is kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
But you know what's hilarious, absolutely funny to me specifically. Like this whole time, like as of like I don't work at Walmart anymore. As of a couple of weeks ago, I got a new job.
I heard that today.
Yeah,
Manuel told me that was terrible.
But yeah, I know. So like all these weeks, all these like years at Walmart, I keep getting calls. Hey man, you want to. Like last minute calls. Hey, you want to work on the weekend? You want to do a film on the weekend? This and I'm like, fuck, I can't work. Can't take the day off. I gotta work. And then it's like the week I land this job, I start.
Yeah.
George's like, hey, I got a guy. He needs something on Wednesday. I'm like, you couldn't call me fucking last week when I had a job where I had literally like the weekdays off. The week I start my weekday job, he's like, hey, I got a gig during the week. That's universe is
life
is interesting.
Yeah.
But hey, I do have the weekends off now, Tress. If you want to work something on the weekends, man, let me know.
And so far, no one's like offered any work on the weekends.
Exactly, which is kind of funny. Hey, but that's okay. I mean, at least now we have time to work on stuff on the weekends.
Now we're gonna, since the road reel's coming back up, we're actually gonna work on something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yours is for the road reel too, right?
Mine
the animation category?
It literally was made for the road reel. But in the whole stages of making it, the story that it is, it kind of morphed into like this little film in itself. Of course, it's going into the road reel, but apart from that, it can stand alone.
Are you gonna make a separate version, longer version for other platforms or other things?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, just a curious question, because we're getting back into the territory of me editing here, of how long it's taking for you to do this short film. So it took you almost a year to finish, or it's probably going to take you about a year to finish this. How long do you think it's going to take you to add on those additional scenes? Another year, maybe? Or
no.
Okay.
Okay. It's just time.
Mm-hmm.
Just able to sit down and just focus. It's not going to take another year because I've already come up with the story. The story is done. Mm-hmm. The characters have been formatted.
Gotcha.
All I got to put them down is setting the setting, the places, and everything.
Yeah, and you still got to do. Have you recorded any of the voices? I know you said you're having some trouble casting right now. Have you? I know you said you're having issues casting one certain character. Have you cast everybody else yet, though?
Little Mentor. I'm like Little Mentor.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
So the dad, I found the dad. I found the little boy.
Nice.
For the wife, I have this like, I'm in love with this girl. I just need her to be able to play the part. But when she reads it, she sounds like a robot.
Hello, I am reading off of a sheet of
But when
paper.
she's talking naturally, she's like exactly what I need the character to be like. So I'm like, ay, Dios mío. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, so when you say when she's reading, have she tried? What about reciting?
We have.
And okay,
We have.
gotcha.
We have.
Some people just aren't meant to be actors, man. I know it sucks. Like there's people you're just like they'll work out, and
Yes.
no. So it's got something similar to one of my things. You actually kind of mentioned it, my body double in that one shitty karate video. So that guy, like, he doesn't work in. That was his one and done.
One and done?
Because he wanted so bad to work on something.
Yeah.
And then he realized how much waiting there is on an actual film set, and he's like, no.
Wow.
Yep. That was it. Just too much waiting.
Hey, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
A few months ago, we were talking about the podcast.
Yeah.
And George started the podcast, and I started the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I did I think it was 2, and then I realized it ain't for me.
And I'm glad you did, because like I said,
Wow.
we got the beautiful set things
Yeah.
from it. Thank you,
That's how we
Trustworth.
got this.
You're welcome.
That's probably, yeah, like I said, we mentioned you every episode. Last episode we were like, where the fuck is Trustworth? And here you are.
See,
You know?
I'm here.
Amazing, man. I'm glad to have you on, bro. Like, yeah. Talking to you is always a fucking pleasure. On, off camera, whatever.
Oh, talking to you on camera is a pleasure.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. On camera, I'm a little bit different. Than,
On
you know.
camera, it's amazing. I can conversate you all day. We can talk forever. Off camera, I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I hear your voice. I walk the other way.
So you're very lucky, because this is a sober podcast. If it was a me drinking podcast, it might be a little bit different.
No, I think it will be even better.
Oh, shit.
You're more polite, I hear.
Oh yeah, Milos gets nicer when he's drunk. He'll thank you multiple times just for coming out.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the podcast. Well, thank you. Yeah, he's right.
And no, just being drunk anywhere, you're like, thank you for coming. Oh,
Thank you,
dude,
thank you.
It's my house.
I love you.
Well, Tresphord, we do love you, man. We do love you. And, hey, so...
Oh my gosh.
Are we ready to about wrap it up-ish, you think? How long have we been going?
We could wrap it up, unless you want to keep going, Tress.
Do you have something else to talk about? Otherwise, we'll hit you with the last couple questions.
Well, let's just go to the last question. See where it goes.
What's the question?
So, what's one of your favorite experiences, like working as an animator or within the film industry?
Wait, both?
Yeah, or like
you can do
within
one of each if you'd like.
I don't know if they combine or not, if they're separate. But what's like one of your favorite experiences?
When on the animating side, the best experience I ever had when I first animated something, because it took me hours just to make something move, and when I finally clicked play, it was moving
That's awesome.
by itself, no hands, baby, no hands.
Did you ever do the flip books, the little flip books?
I did. That was fun.
Nice.
Those were fun. But when I first digitally made something move, I mean, just playing it back and forth, and then the last scene just put together, hitting that play button, that was magical for me. What I saw from Kiki's delivery service, of course, that was by far not even close, but I made something. I created something in this world and just clicked play, and it moved. That was amazing.
No, I felt the same way when I made that super shitty zombie movie that's like a minute long on YouTube. Oh my god,
Yeah.
man! Like once I finished it, I was like,
You did it.
this is awesome.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I was like, this is.
Yeah,
a second
yeah,
later,
yeah.
I'm like, why did I make this? This is awful. And then turns out like I misspelled one of my friends' names. I had him in there twice, and I misspelled his name both times. David.
Wow. Who told you that? Did he tell you?
Yeah, he was like,
Nah.
hey, my name's in there twice. I misspelled both. So, what about on the film side of things? Do you have a favorite experience on any set you worked on or anything you want to talk about?
Yes, actually, there's multiple. One was with George. I was just I guess what was I, a director? I guess in a way.
For what project?
It was like a basketball commercial. You remember that? We
Oh,
shot that.
Was it for your shirts, right?
Yeah, we
You're
shot
promoting-
that.
We're doing like a little commercial for
Yeah.
his t-shirt
Nice.
business.
The thing with that though, it wasn't anything emotional, but the way that George shot it, everything, like if you could say flawless, I mean, I was flawless. I needed everything that I needed, he got picture wise. A flawless setup, a flawless, like everything that we took that day was amazing, just picture wise. Now emotionally, the first film I shot here at TCC was just with a group of friends. You were there for one of the days. George came through, and then he dipped off for a quick second. But we shot it with the TCC set. Everybody there. Just the camaraderie that we had. You brought water.
Yeah, because you didn't buy shit for the
Because
actors. You fucking.
I brought
useless
everybody
human
together.
being.
I brought everybody together. But just the camaraderie there, man, that was emotional. The picture itself was okay, but the emotional aspect was there, and that was amazing.
Man, I being on set for me, man,
Yeah.
like when I'm there, it's grueling, it's torture,
Yeah.
it's awful. And then when I get home, I'm like, I can't wait to fucking do it again.
I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah. And comment on the other thing, with you and George, man, sometimes when you're on the same wavelength with somebody and everything clicks,
Yeah.
it's just so awesome. It's just like,
It
the
is.
workflow is easy
Boy.
because you know exactly what each of you want. Done.
Now I remember going out to the shoot, the basketball stuff. It was also like the first week I had gotten like the Shogun, so I wanted to try out all the features on the camera. So we started like shooting like slow motion shots just to try out all the slow mo on it. We got tons of it. Slow motion.
Wait, that was a test out?
Yeah, because it was the first time I had the
whatever.
Shogun.
That was a flawless test out then because everything came out nice. You crazy boy. You'd be like, hey, let me test it out. Hey, okay. Shoot.
It just happened. You called me when I
Wow.
first got it, and I was like, oh, I finally get to use it.
you told me you got it. You did not tell me I was the first shoot.
Oh, yeah, but
Oh,
it was.
man.
That was the first shoot for it.
Wow.
Anyways,
You were acting like you knew what you were doing.
Well, I knew what I was doing. It
Man.
was just the first time using that like Shogun combined with it.
Okay, good
Because
thing
it
you didn't.
doesn't change.
Yeah,
It doesn't
okay.
change the way it works.
Alright.
It just unlocks more features.
I'm glad you didn't tell me because I would have been like, what?
That's why you lie on your resume. Be like, yeah, I'm an expert. I know everything. about
Yes, I'd
everything."
rather you tell me that than you tell me, yeah, this is the first time me shooting something with this. Came out the box.
One of the first jobs I got as like a DP, like
Yeah.
they were like, "Do you know how to shoot day for night?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay.
And then I googled it before the shoot.
I watched 2 whole YouTube videos. I'm an expert.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I had like a vague idea how to do it, so
Yeah.
I was like, just to make sure, like, I looked online to see how to shoot it because I knew you could do it in camera. I just
Yeah.
didn't know exactly how.
I got you. It's all information. It's right there, accessible to us through the phone. That's dope. That's dope.
Hey, Trustworth,
Yeah.
I like that shirt you have on.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Is that something you sell?
It's sold out. I'm sorry.
No.
Yes,
Do you have anything else?
of
you
course,
sell?
always.
You want to talk about a little bit here on the podcast? There, just ending the podcast. Plug some of your stuff. Some of your
You know,
merch
we
stuff.
gotta have them coming back for more. We always have to have them coming back for more. Can't tell them everything. You know, that's what I tell my boys when I tell them to talk to the ladies. Always keep them wanting more. Always keep them.
But I do want to buy some of your shit.
I
Where
do.
do I? If I was a listener, where would I want to? Where
Well,
would I go to buy
yeah,
your
we're
shit?
well. What he's saying is like we're wrapping up, so just plug in all your social medias and your business.
No, because it's gonna give it away. Because every single one of my businesses hold little secrets to the story.
Oh, and
Yeah, it does.
you're tying your
No,
short film
yeah.
into it. Oh, okay.
No, because
So just this is a teaser just for your short film. Be on the lookout.
the teaser's coming out.
Well,
Where's it
never
gonna be
mind.
on?
Trustford is not going to make any money. Wow, such a interesting thing for
Money's
somebody
being
saying he
made.
wants to
What's
make
your
money.
What's your YouTube channel so people can watch your short film when it's released?
Oh, I actually don't have a YouTube channel.
No,
You have like 7. You have that workout channel you quit. You have like a couple animation channels. Holy shit.
just Milos calling you out.
I
and everything.
do.
Yeah.
I stopped posting on that.
Yeah, there was one you were like you did workout, but then you were like decided to do some advice, and then that failed, and It's very reminiscent of me. It's what I
How
do.
do you know this? How do I don't know?
I was subscribed because I was subscribed to that channel. I was so sad. It was Avail something, whatever the name was, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds like Miller's creeping on everything.
No.
Absolutely. I got to see my boy Tresphord. I got to have Tresphord in my life. I can't see him in
Oh
person.
my
I got to
gosh.
see him on YouTube. But yeah, what you want to plug? What you got? Where can people find you? Where can people reach out to you?
I guess so far, I guess. Oh yeah, I even turned off my Instagram.
Shit.
We got you on your hiatus from social media.
Wow.
No, everything is turned off right now.
Well, hey, so this to break the fourth wall just a little bit to the audience.
Oh yeah.
This episode will release at least 2 weeks from now. I believe it should be at least 2 weeks from now.
All right.
Today. If you do reactivate any of those, which one would you reactivate? And
Okay.
Would you reactivate anything in 2 weeks?
Of course, yes, because I'm also working on a project. So I guess.
Okay, so then plug the stuff that's
All right.
in like 2 weeks
you.
from now.
I got you. Okay, so the most active account I can put on is the Avail .27. Avail.27, baby.
That's
24/7.
That's Instagram.
Yes, that's Instagram. So that's where I post majorly all my stuff, teasers and everything on my stories.
Gotcha. Are you still doing the printing business? Is that still going, or is that?
Oh yes, on the side. Yes.
What's the printing
we
business?
did. Say that again.
What's the printing business? You want to plug it? Talk about it.
Next image printing.
There we go. Next image printing.
Oh yeah.
Is there a website or just a Facebook page?
Just a Facebook page right
Cool.
now.
All right. So we'll link to that.
Muchas gracias.
Kind of rushing them through the questions.
See, I know. I'm like,
He's like thinking
like
about it, about to
Russian
answer.
roulette,
They're
like,
hold
what?
on,
He's
hold on.
not.
Boom.
He's like, I'm like,
Boom.
I'm trying to help you plug your stuff, boy.
He's like, what's your
Plug your
first
shit.
business? He's like, oh, it's tell him what
I know.
He's-
You know that girl that I really want to play the character for the story.
yeah.
That's who I sound like when you're asking me these questions so far. It's like, what do you say? Oh yeah.
All right. Anywhere else people can find you online?
No, that's it. So far, that's just going to be the only place.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So your Instagram and the Facebook for your next image printing.
Yes, sir.
So, and you said Chintankwa Apparel may or may not be making an comeback in the future.
It's coming, but
I personally cannot wait. I used to love your old designs, man. So simple yet so sleek.
oh, thank you. Yeah.
Anyways, Tresphord, man, like I said, it's been a fucking pleasure talking to you, man.
You do
Thank
not
you
understand. You
so
really do not understand how much of a pleasure it is talking to you like this.
Wow.
This is the first time I've talked to you like this.
Well,
It is.
yeah, it's the first time I've been on a well, no, actually.
It's the first released episode of the podcast.
It's the first real time you've been on a podcast with us.
I think
Oh yeah.
the
you
only
did a
time
lot
that counts.
of test ones for us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
I did a lot of test podcasts before
yeah.
we
Oh,
actually
yeah.
started doing this.
You never
And I
released
returned a
those?
favor for yours, and put you also never released, but hey, it's fine. Yeah. But yeah, so like I said, so George, thank you for co-hosting. Tresphord, like I said, pleasure. You keep saying it's pleasure, but yeah, like,
Oh, yeah.
whatever. The pleasure is actually all ours, man. We really appreciate you coming in and talking to us today. We will plug all your stuff. Good luck on your film, man.
Thank you.
You know, we are in different categories, so hey,
Yes,
we don't
we
have
are.
to. We don't have to compete against each other. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So just be on the lookout for our stuff on the road reel. We'll post links to everything later on. Just follow our page, subscribe to our channel.
And that's it. Manuel, hope you win your fucking game. And
Peace
bye-bye.
out, baby.
Thanks, guys.